Across the UK, it's estimated that there are 1.5 million hoarders. When things reach a crisis point, extreme cleaners are called in to try to help, like Maxine and daughter Jasmine.
You're making a spectacle of me now, Jasmine.
You're making a spectacle of yourself.
They've been working together now for 2 years, carrying out over 500 deep cleans.
If I wasn't a cleaner, I'd probably be a counsellor. Mental health is close to my heart, and I'd do something within the counselling, talking therapies.
Maxine has been running her business for 12 years. Today's job is an elderly hoarder in Luton struggling in his property.
We got a call for a gentleman who's got a problem with clutter. And apparently it's lots of clutter. Oh, I love clutter. Hello, hi. My name's Maxine.
I'm Pete, and this is my dad, John.
How do you do?
Hi, John. We're paying you a visit because you want us to help you with some clutter.
That's right.
This is your lounge.
Yes.
There is a lot, John.
Yes.
What have you got in here that we want to keep?
There's a television there.
This is a television you want us to
Underneath
keep.
there. There's some keys there of my little electric motor.
Are they on top of here?
No,
or
they're
are they-
underneath it. Somewhere.
Buried under there somewhere.
I just can't cope with it anymore.
We'll find them, John. Don't worry.
I'm
We'll try and find them,
Yeah.
John.
83-year-old John has lived alone in the bungalow for 33 years. His son Peter desperately wants help.
I've tried for years and years, and it's getting worse and worse. It was a case of got to call the professionals. Otherwise, I think the next stage would have been he'd have to go into care. I just want to help my dad and get him sorted because I can't bear to see him carrying on like this.
Are we going to have a look in your bedroom, John?
Well, if you like, yeah.
Let's try and squeeze in because there's not much space, is there?
With clutter blocking the hall,
Careful.
getting to bed at night is a little like doing an assault course.
Okay. Wow. This is Dad's bedroom, and Dad would sleep
He
here.
does sleep in here. I don't know how, but he does, yeah.
Oh.
Most of the bathroom has been completely buried, apart from the loo.
What can we do with all that stuff, John? Is it for the bin?
Well, you have to do what you feel.
Yeah, we do what you want, sweetheart.
Yeah.
With the floor space taken up, John spends most of his time in the corner of the kitchen.
So you sit in this chair every day, don't you? Because you haven't got a lounge.
I haven't got a lot, really.
Oh, we're going to give you a lot.
Yeah, I just want a peaceful finish to my life, you know.
Maxine and Jasmine have just 3 days to finish the job while John stays away.
Thanks a lot, Maxine.
That's all right. Now you take care.
Bye.
Wow! This is a mammoth task. Look.
Wow. Can't even walk in here, like I'm literally by the front door. I'm not even standing on the floor.
Let's get cracking, Jasmine. Give us a kiss. There you go. Yay! Lovely,
Kiss for
lovely,
luck.
lovely.
There's loads of reasons why people stop cleaning. It could be loneliness, laziness. It's normally after a traumatic event. So, after a death of a loved one, or even maybe a death of a close, like a really close friend. So you suddenly feel like you've got no purpose.
We don't always get the story though, do we?
We don't always get the story, no.
We don't always know, when we walk into somewhere, we don't always know what's happened or, the cause of it, or you just got to kind of take it as it is and just get on with it.
I feel kind of just understanding, is it empathy? Empathize, empathy, yeah. Like if it was me or my grandparents or my uncle, someone in my family or my friends even, I would want someone to look after them as well, like how we would look after them.
From road traffic accidents to deaths at home, anytime there's bodily matter to clean up, you need a specialist cleaner, trained at dealing with biohazard waste. like George and Dino.
Another day, another dirty dollar, mate.
Well, dirty dollars are what we do.
They've been trauma cleaners for 7 years, which means that they can clean up blood, bodily fluids and other potentially infectious material.
After a murder or a suicide, paramedics don't clean up. You know, it's up to the family, it's up to the landlord to get in touch with people like ourselves.
Today, they've been called to a one-bed flat.
It's going to be a messy job, definitely. Definitely a messy job. But that's the business we're in.
An elderly man died alone and was decomposing here for a number of days.
We're wearing category 3 safety suits. Safety is imperative. We could be catching HIV, hepatitis B, or a cold, the man flu.
There is just one more vital step before George and his team go in.
Vapor rub. We're putting a vapor rub in our nasal passage, basically so it'll tone down the smell.
A decomposition can have a very bad smell.
Although the body has been removed by undertakers, there may still be potentially toxic fluids left behind.
Is this the ring? Yep. Oh, yes. There it is. There it is.
There he is.
All right. What we've got is the outline of the body. You've got the arm, the head, the shoulder. That's his torso there, and his legs there.
Without knowing the cause of death, the blood and bodily fluids could be carrying an infectious disease, such as TB or typhoid.
I'm going to cordon this off now so the lads can identify where it is.
So George uses a hydrogen peroxide spray, which reacts with blood to find every trace.
Now you see, the blood starts to foam. It's highlighted where the blood is. Even though we do here, nothing's going to happen because there's no blood. But here, look at that now, even more.
The next step is to treat the area with industrial-strength disinfectant.
It will kill anything. It keeps on cleaning all the time. Okay, so basically everything within that sandwich-looking part needs to be taken away and incinerated. Everything else can be sanitised and dumped, really.
Until the carpets are up, George and Dino won't know how far the bodily fluids have gone.
If it's gone through the floor, we might have to take the floorboards up.
A decomposing body releases a chemical called putrescine, which gives off a potent and unmistakable stench.
You can't compare it to any other smell. It's one of those smells there. You go home, you have a bath, take all your clothes off, wash them, go and have your tea, and then you sat there watching Corrie, and you go, I can still smell it.
The boys have only a few hours to remove the stain and fumigate the entire flat. In Luton, Mum Maxine and daughter Jasmine are helping an 83-year-old widower. It's a huge task, as they need to throw away 80% of the clutter.
Old rotten shoes.
But keep anything that might be sentimental.
Oh, I think this is newspaper articles of his friends that passed away. Yeah.
They also need to find the keys to John's mobility scooter.
We can see a sofa now, look.
Which is a bit like finding a needle in a haystack.
These are rotten stuff, absolutely rotten.
Oh.
Nearly, Lynn.
Maxine and her team have spent 3 hours clearing, but it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh my God. It's to the ceiling. Yeah, that's nuts.
Look at this, a bag of rubbish, look.
By the end of the day, they've taken 4 tons of clutter to the skip, but the scale of the job ahead is just starting to sink in.
Oh, today's been hectic. We've managed to fill 1 skip, but I've lost the will to live now. End of day for me, nearly.
Many people have a hoarding problem. When it gets out of hand, it's down to the extreme cleaners to come to the rescue. In Luton,
Look what's in here! Oh, I feel sick.
Maxine and Jasmine are helping an 83-year-old widower with 30 years' worth of clutter.
We've got a big team on today because we've got quite a lot of heavy stuff to move out. So we thought we could do with a bit of manpower. More manpower because the work is as bigger than we thought. We're females and females can do quite a lot, but I think I'll leave this to the male species.
With the extra manpower doing the heavy lifting, Maxine and Jasmine can finally start clearing the wardrobes, which don't appear to have been opened in decades.
Whoa! Whoa! Is this a shoe made of bread? This is just untouched. Look at these. 1997.
That's 20 years ago.
20 years ago! Wow! I can't believe it! Long life milk was 28p.
Wow.
Shush.
Value bread,
Cheese,
21p.
21p for bread.
They've already cleared half the living room, but there's no sign yet of the lost keys to John's mobility scooter.
We haven't found the keys, so we're still looking. Yeah, we do need to get out. Are they keys? Yes! Jasmine! We found the keys! Right at the bottom of the pile!
That's my job done then.
Ah! Can you go home then?
I
you're
wish.
not- Yeah, you're not going home. We're sat outside because we've kicked up quite a lot of dust in the lounge. And there's nowhere to sit. The only place to sit on a sofa and relax is here.
Maxine has found a box of memories that she can save for John, including a card from the birth of his son.
Congratulations to mother and baby. September 1939. You are 6 today. To John, happy birthday, love, Tracy. We peel back the layers of their life, basically, from current to very past. Absolutely amazing. Love it.
I was called to a property to clear it and clean it. And in the kitchen, in a little saucer bowl, was a goldfish. He was probably about that big and in about that much water. If I'd have got there a few hours later, it'd have been dead.
I found tens of thousands of pounds in a house with a lady. Her husband had died and she had no idea that he had stuffed money in cupboards, underneath the mattress, underneath the bed.
I once found Bibles next to voodoo paraphernalia. And I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't understand why you'd have a Bible next to a voodoo doll.
George and his team
So we're ready then, we're ready to go.
are partway through an extreme clean.
Start getting the smell a lot more now.
Yeah.
A man lay dead and decomposing for a number of days before being found.
It's still damp.
Now George and his team need to remove every trace.
I think that's gone right too, you know. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Once you get down to this level, it does get a bit too much sometimes. We did a job where a man had been wrapped in a quilt. His body had been there for about 6 days. I can't even describe how bad that one was.
Today, with minimal leakage, the floorboards won't have to be removed.
We can cope with that, that's acceptable.
All the biological matter is bagged, but it won't be joining the general rubbish.
If we were to just take that to landfill, then that could be infection seeping into the ground. Everything has to be incinerated.
With the room free of any potential contaminants, the boys can now clear the rest of the belongings.
Learn Swedish. how he really did like his languages, didn't he? Not just clearing all the rubbish. You're picking up little clues as to who the person was, what they did. We know he was a linguist. We know he loved music. We knew what he liked to eat. We know he was a small-built guy. We probably know him a lot better than a lot of people.
Once the flat is emptied,
Ready for the finale.
George uses an industrial fogger to remove any last trace of that smell.
We call it cherry flavour. That's it now. Job complete. Happy days. I'm done, mate. Right, home time, home time.
Yes, pint.
One of the worst jobs was a decomposition job that we went to where the gentleman had been an alcoholic and he died in his flat, a top flat, and nobody had found him for about 9 weeks.
He was a drug addict as well, and there was a lot of needles in that property.
It was a big...
It was a mess,
scary
wasn't it?
job. It was an upstairs flat, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was nasty.
You're in people's houses, they've passed away, and we've got to take away all the items before we clean it all. You're bagging up in black bin bags people's
whole
lives,
yeah.
Scrapbooks. You know, if there's no family, or even if the family say, no, I don't want it.
That's sad.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, the family, no, I don't want it.
You know, 90 years on this earth, and your stuff's in a black bin bag.
The saddest case I've come across is to an unattended death that have been in a house. They died before Christmas. They weren't found until 6 weeks after Christmas and had no family. And at that time over Christmas, that is a family time. And to know that no one had been to see him, no one had known he was in there or had gone, and that was probably the saddest job that I've been on, to know that no one was there for him.
In Luton, Maxine and Jasmine are coming to the end of their job, one of the worst hoarding cases in years.
Ah! Ah! Spider!
After removing 7 tons of clutter, they're on the final push to get the place ready for John's return.
Day's nearly come to an end. I cannot wait.
2 hours later, John and Peter are back to see the final results.
I feel a little bit wobbly in my stomach because seeing what's going to happen, I don't know.
Hopefully you better walk around in there now.
Yes.
Before, John's house was overrun with 30 years' worth of clutter and belongings. It's taken Maxine, Jasmine and a team of 4 cleaners 3 days to clear and clean.
Come on in, my love.
Oh,
come on in.
Oh, that's great. Oh, yes, they're the ones.
Yeah.
You found them then?
We did, John.
That's for my electric motor. My little zoomer.
Oh.
Previously, John's bathroom was little more than a store cupboard.
Actually see there's a bath there now.
Yeah.
And a sink.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at bedtime, he had to scale a mountain of clutter to get onto his mattress. Now, with a new bed, he can get a proper night's sleep.
There you go, Dad, you can get in the bedroom now.
Yeah.
Are you pleased, John?
Yeah, very pleased. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's lovely.
That
I'm
is
so
nice
glad.
of you. You've worked hard.
Oh.
Worked very hard. We can get in there, put new carpets, decorate it all, and hopefully he'll have a nice, comfortable life, and his grandchildren can come visit him, his friends, and they have a lot happier life and a better social life.
Are you pleased with all of this, John?
Oh, yes, more than so, yeah. Yes, it's great. Great improvement. Thank you for finding all my goodies.
For the first time in 30 years, John can enjoy his surroundings.
A lovely, lovely feeling to see all these here things that I hadn't seen for a while, yeah. They become like old friends to you, don't they? It's a bit of you.
So happy that he's happy. Wow. Oh, his reaction was just absolutely amazing. Whee! Woo! Well done, Jasmine. Kiss. Mm.
Next time,
That's a mouse nest.
George and his team tackle an infestation.
That's definitely a dead mouse.
And Yvonne and Angela take on their